What's up, douches? I'll go into this in a minute. I don't care about Wendy. I don't care about Pharrell. I don't. They never touched my money. Stephanie stole my money. That's why I care about Stephanie doing any of this bullshit. Anyways, I think the Witches Coven has a new friend, and it's the crazy lady from this company. Look, these people are fucking nuts. It's my opinion. They're fucking nuts. This is my review of working for them for one day. That they're fucking nuts. Okay? So, first of all, I was doing them a favor because I interviewed with them in July and I specifically said I wanted to work remote, and these dumbasses wanted me to drive to Silver Spring to talk to them. They are so amateur, you could tell how amateur they were in the interview. They asked me what my rate was, and I said my last contract that had me coming into the office was about $150,000, give or take. I'm willing to negotiate and do less for remote. 3 weeks later, they call me up, basically begging me to work for them, saying they can only go as high as 130,000, but they'll give me a whole bunch of perks and whatnot, and it'll be totally remote. I was like, okay, whatever the fuck. Sounds like free money to me. Then this crazy HR lady wants me to drive into the office for a remote job for orientation. I was like, what the fuck ever. I'll go there and come right back. They were having all kinds of problems. Like nothing was ready and all that bullshit. So she gave me this hat and the sticker for the computer they were getting ready for me. Or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Because I was signing papers. And most of the time when you sign paperwork, you don't even read what it is. You just sign it, right? Then they wanted to take me to a Korean lunch for whatever reason. Then, during lunch, I told them a lot of free advice about crypto and investing that if anyone wanted to know from me, I would charge them about $7,000. Right? I was like, I'll give them a freebie for being nice amateurs. Okay? The guy who hired me acted like he was the boss. Some little like short midget guy acted like he was the boss, and the guy who was the boss, who was a real asshole, like was contradicting everything he said. Because the guy who my offer letter even said it was remote. And the guy whose company it was saying, you're not really remote. We're just pretending you're remote. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here with this bullshit? It's so fucking amateur. The fact that the computer wasn't ready when I got there is amateur. Okay? Anyways, so I got the impression that the HR lady was hitting on me. So I was like, let me play around a little, let me play into that a little bit so I can get the fuck out of here easily. I didn't flirt with her. I was just polite. Like she had some like Naruto fetish. So I was like, oh yeah, what is that? Uchiliki? Whatever the fuck, right? Then she started telling me about how she has two kids and she's a single mom, and I did not want to talk to her anymore at all. And there was some cute blonde girl who had a computer that was like for memes, so I bought my niece a computer. Also, I spent the $3,000 to get my car fixed when they told me they were going to hire me. Because I was like, and I even remember saying that I was only taking this job because they gave me the offer letter first, and all the other ones that were like holding on and waiting too long, I was like, they're probably going to pay me more, but I just want to work so I can stack crypto. Then, no bullshit. At the lunch that they insisted I go to, where they wanted to get me Korean food, and then they wanted to talk to me, I basically told them only a little bit about Stephanie being a whore and stealing my money. Then I went home and I made a video about how I think they're nice people at work, and even though it's amateur, it'll be a good job. Because I was done, or right, first day of work, go sign paperwork, come back, done, right? Everything's supposed to be via the cloud. They even gave me all my cloud logins, and I was like, okay, well, I'll use my Office 365 SharePoint and my Replicon online timesheet tomorrow in the morning since I just got home from my first day of work, and I'll do all that shit tomorrow. And they can, whatever they got to fix, they can fix. And I'll come back into the office even though it's a remote job or whatever the fuck, right? Then as I'm playing Wukong, I got an email that basically said I was fired. And I was like, well, oh, before that happened, I got hired at another job. That was that is paying me $20,000 more. Not even bullshitting. Like I got home and I had a new job waiting for me. Okay? Okay. Signed. Thanks. Now how am I going to tell this job I just took? that this other job is going to pay me $20,000 more. They're super cool too. It's a super awesome job. I'm going to learn a whole fuck ton. Like, it's one of those jobs where I actually want to go into the office because I will be able to get my hands on some awesome tech. Anyways, um, then I got a letter saying I was fired because they basically allude to they don't like either my YouTube channel or that I am pro-Trump. I don't care. At will means at will. You can let me go because you don't like the way I tied my shoes. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? But once you let someone go, they're not obligated to do any more work for you. And in that same email where they said that they were letting me go, they specifically said that they want me to sign something that says I'm responsible for a whole bunch of shit I've never fucking seen or heard of. And as proof of that, when I open up this fucking folder they gave me of all my orientation bullshit that I was signing in the office, there's a gigantic blank asset sheet that has never been signed or even filled out. They even have what the fucking, like, if you want to, like, these are the NIST standards and the COVID and the ISO standards of why you should have this filled out, and then someone signs it as part of when they're coming on board. So it seems like to me, like, at lunch, whatever the fuck happened, you guys decided to try to pin something on me, and you want me to sign something ex post facto, which is after the fact, and I'm just not going to do that. So maybe you guys should get your shit together because I don't really give a fuck, and they are not paying me my 1 day of work, which is illegal because in the state of Maryland they have what is it, Section 3505 or some shit like that that says any kind of an equipment dispute is not grounds for withholding pay. An equipment dispute is when they're saying like, hey, someone, whatever the fuck. Well, the way you cover your ass on that is you have someone sign something when they take out something. What most normal companies do is they will have that pre-signed, pre-filled, scanned. That way all the person has to do is sign it. Probably what happened was the HR lady who's a single mom who has 2 kids, right, and is young as fuck, saw someone coming on, thinks $130,000 is a lot of money, was throwing it at him. He didn't really give a fuck because he fucks with K-pop bitches. She found out about that, had an aneurysm, and fired him. Because there goes her free meal ticket. Oops. And because she got emotional, she didn't do her job right. And now shit's missing. What do you want me to do about it? You can't make me do work after you terminate me. If that's even what happened, because who the fuck knows? Right? I don't give a shit. Because literally, I only took the job only paying $130,000 because they begged me to. As soon as I got home, actually on the way home, I got a phone call asking me if I wanted to accept $150,000, and I said, yes, I'll take $150,000. Then I got home and signed it. And then, for whatever reason, they got their panties in a twist. This job got their panties in a twist. And I didn't have to worry about telling them that I really only wanted to work for them for a month anyways, while this other job came through. That I don't know what else to tell you guys. I do remember saying specifically while I was in, they sent me a picture of the computer being turned on, some computer being turned on, the screen of it in the office the day that I worked for them. But like 2 days ago. Well, what the fuck is that supposed to do? What the fuck do you want me to do about that? Maybe you shouldn't do shit like that. Maybe you shouldn't fire someone because you don't like their politics. Maybe you shouldn't fire someone because the HR lady isn't going to be able to have her free meal ticket because the guy likes K-pop bitches. No, the K-pop bitches like the guy. Okay? Maybe if she wasn't giving out free hats and Bluetooth speakers, she would do her fucking job and get fucking paperwork signed. Maybe the guy who's hiring people for 20,000 less what they're actually worth isn't really the director or the boss. Maybe he's more like the assistant manager of some asshole who can't believe he got passed over in the army as captain or whatever the fuck. So he's being an asshole now in the public sector. I don't give a fuck. Like, and they've been harassing me, and they've been spamming my phone, and they've been spamming my emails. So if at 9 o'clock in the morning there's not like an $800 check deposited into my account, I'm just going to report them to the Maryland Board of whatever the fuck that handles all this bullshit, give them all the correspondence they've given me because they put it in paperwork that they owe me for a day of pay, and that they want me to admit to something I didn't do and that I never signed to, so I don't have to. Maybe you guys are just amateurs and need to grow the fuck up. Have a good day, everybody.